Hello and welcome to Achievers Hive, dear learners. Today we are taking one more practice set for your social psychology class, in which you can practice some of the topics like attitude, stereotypes, prejudice, and many other topics, social cognition related to basically social psychology. So you can practice these questions. We will quickly begin with that, but before that I'll let you know that there are other videos available on the channel through which you can practice more questions. So let's quickly take first question, which is right in front of you now. That number of attitudes within a broader attitude is called what? So this answer for the question is multiplexity, which shows that how many small attitudes are present in one major attitude. So the answer for this question number 1 is C, multiplexity. Question number 2, helping behavior is also known as what? You should remember that helping behavior is also known as pro-social behavior. In pro-social behavior, people have a tendency to help other people, whether they want to give it back to them, like somebody has helped you, so you want to help them back, or without any intention you want to help people just for the sake of their help. So this kind of behavior is known as pro-social behavior. Coming to question number 3, which is cluster of ideas regarding the characteristics of a group is known as attitude. You should know that there are clusters of ideas gathered which shows the characteristic of a group, that is known as attitude. Next question is, learning attitudes through modeling is mostly seen when an individual is praised for showing a particular attitude, observe others being rewarded or punished for expressing thoughts, all of the above, or we see the attitudes through the norms of our group or culture. See, learning attitudes through modeling is majorly focused when people are awarded or punished for expressing their thoughts, right? So when people observe, modeling is itself stating about the observation. So when modeling is there, learning attitudes through modeling is option number B, that is when people observe others being rewarded or punished for expressing thoughts. So this is the option B correct answer for question number 4. Let's move to the next question, which is, which theory was given or published by Leon Festinger? You have to remember this, that cognitive dissonance was given by Leon Festinger, right? Question number 6, by which phenomena do we infer the causes behind an individual's behavior? Now, giving cause to someone's behavior is called attribution. This question has already been taken in another video. So you must remember that attribution is what? When you try to give a cause behind someone's behavior, that why people did that particular thing. What was the cause that led someone's action, right? So attribution is giving cause to the individual's behavior. So correct answer for this question number 6 is option D. Coming to the next question, Khushpreet always attribute failure to task difficulty. He is referring to following factors. When a person attributes their failure to task difficulty, so that means the factor is external first of all, and then this task difficulty may be resolved. So this one is also unstable. So answer must be option D. That tells us that Khushpreet is referring to the external and unstable factor. Option D. Coming to next question, which is question number 8. Prejudice is a kind of what? Attitude, motivation, emotion, or instinct. So clearly the answer is option A, attitude. So prejudice is a kind of attitude. You have to remember this, right? Coming to question number 9, what alludes to that multitude of mental cycle, that arrangement with the get together and handling of data connected with social article? This is actually the definition of social cognition that you have to remember. The language may be twisted, but the concept will not change. That social cognition is understanding, or you can say all the mental processes when they get connected with the social words, social articles, then it is called social cognition. So the correct answer is option B, social cognition. Explaining the actions of others on the basis of internal causes. This is a phenomena which is known as fundamental attribution error. So the answer for this question number 10 is option D. Explaining the actions of others on the basis of internal causes, that is called fundamental attribution error, right? This is one of the error of attribution which we generally make, like some people make some mistake, then we say that this isn't into their habit, this is into them, they are like that. So we are giving an internal cause to whatever they have done. See, there can be some external factors, there may be some situations because of which the behavior is that, but we as a human being generally say that the entire mistake is done by the person, so it's all their fault internally. So that problem is known as fundamental attribution error. I hope this would have been clear to you. Coming to question number 11, schemas that function in the forms of categories are called what? You have to remember, this is one of a very important question and most frequently asked in all the examinations, that prototype is the correct answer. Schemas that function in the form of categories are called prototypes. Question number 12, Swati's behavior always improves in the presence of others. This phenomenon of social psychology is known as social facilitation. Option C is the correct answer. When anyone's behavior is improved in the presence of others, when they perform better, when they do it confidently, so this is known as social facilitation. So option C is the right one. Which theory postulates that an underlying psychological tension is created when an individual's behavior is inconsistent with his or her thought and belief? Like, you are thinking something but your actions are something else, right? So there is a stage of dissonance, and this theory is the cognitive dissonance theory. Like, you say that I don't like a certain person, but you always talk to them, you always feel good when you talk to them, but when they are not around you always say the person is very bad, I don't like that person. But your action is saying something else, your thinking is saying something else. So there is a dissonance between the two. So this is known as the cognitive dissonance theory. All right, so answer for this question number 13 is option C. Question number 14, Riya likes her mother. Her mother does not like pets, but at the same time you like pets. This trio is what? There is completely imbalance. If you see it properly, there is an imbalance. So there is no other option. Option number B is the correct answer for this question. Nisha always help others whenever she find it fair to do so. This is the norm of what? See, when we feel like helping people, that we should do it, then this norm is known as equity. Norm of equity. When you want to help others and there's no like intention of getting something back in return, then this is known as equity, right? So the option B is the correct option. Question number 16. The dash of an attitude tells us whether an attitude is positive or negative toward the attitude object. So if we are measuring the positivity or negativity of an object, this is one of the characteristic of the attitude, which is known as valence. So the correct answer for this question number 16 is valence. Question number 17, emotional component of attitude is what? So basically it is affective, right? You have to remember it like this. Affection is an emotion, right? So emotional component of the attitude is affective component. Cognitive is regarding the thinking processes. Psychomotor is the behavioral part. So affective is the clearly answer. So it has to be option D. Coming to question number 18, Rahul always shows negative attitude towards people. So what is that? Prejudice, discrimination, prototype, or stereotype? Correct answer for this question number 18 is A, prejudice. That is the correct answer. Question number 19, the data introduced first has a more grounded impact than the data introduced towards the end. What is that called? It is primacy effect. When you present something in front of anyone, and the greater impact of is of the first thing you mentioned, so it is known as primacy effect. But if the greater impact of the last portion is there, then it is recency effect. But in this question it is clearly said that a more grounded impact of the data which is introduced first. So the correct answer for this question number 19 is B, primacy effect. Coming to question number 20, which is the last question, attitudes that include should or ought aspect are what? They are basically the values, like you should do this, you should do that, one should help others, one should always respect their elders. So this kind of statements are basically the values. So I hope you would have understood the question. I have tried to explain the question as well, the answer I have tried to explain you. So if you have liked the video, please press one like for me. Also subscribe to the channel, share this video with your friends if they are also preparing with you. Also keep supporting like you always do. Thank you so very much. See you soon in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.